Hey guys, gonna be working on the 1970 C20 some more. Last time I was recording, we were doing some basically just disassembly of the front clip. As you can see, fenders are off, core support, hood, all that. I've kind of changed my ways of doing things a little bit. Last time I was doing more of a time-lapse recording. I'm gonna kind of do a little different way this time, whereas I kind of talk while I record. You guys will kind of have to let me know in the comments if you like this better, if you like just to see a time lapse. Obviously, there's gonna be a few time lapse in the video, but we're gonna see how this goes. I think it'll be a little bit more of a better way of recording. So do a walk around. So today we're gonna be starting on the interior. We're gonna get everything disassembled, taken out of here. Gonna get the seat out, start tearing the dash pieces out, get the carpet out, see what we're really dealing with as far as rust goes. So hang out with me while I go. Just got myself this tool right here, Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet. I actually seem to like it pretty well so far. Definitely pretty handy for when you can't get into spaces and they're not too terribly tight. I don't know if I've told you guys the backstory on this truck. This truck went through the early 90s Andover tornado. Got beat up pretty bad. My dad bought the truck. Needed himself a hay and wood hauling truck. We do a lot of cutting firewood for winter time. He used to do a lot of hay back in the day. I say that. A lot for the equipment he had. He's since stopped when I was a young kid, and me and one of my older brothers have gotten back into it, but still does his fair share of cutting firewood and wanted his truck to be back in commission. So it's kind of the goal with this, but it's gonna be a little different this go around. It's not just gonna be a factory style truck. We're gonna make it a little more interesting. I'm excited. Oh yeah, floor is rusty. Bolts are hardly even tight anymore. Oh well, good part. Man. All right. Oh yeah. Seat is obviously gonna get redone. As you can tell, kind of hard to do this with one person, but make do, right? Oh yeah. I guess that's the underside of a work truck seat. Start getting her all cleaned out. Ooh. Well, obviously aren't winners. Already been scratched. Hey, there's a crescent wrench we've been looking for 10 years. Man. Too bad the picture's been wet, but probably hard to see. There it is when he finished restoring it the first time. That one on the left is his buddy Mark Scott's pickup. He built his shortly after my dad built his. Pretty crazy.
Do a little walking. A reputation never meant that much to me.
Right after my dad finished this truck, he kept it inside all the time for probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 years, I'd say. He could probably give you a better number than I could. I wasn't even born yet when he built this truck, but got it done. And I keep calling it a C20 because that's what it was originally, just a 2-wheel drive, 3/4 ton. Actually, no, C30. Sorry, correct myself there. C30 2-wheel drive pickup truck, 1 ton. Rebuilt it, put all steel, shorter bed on it. He always tells me the story. He's got a tree spade that he moves trees with. a few times a year. But first time he needed to move some trees, he decided to use his freshly finished work truck. So I hooked it up to the tree spade, pulled it out to one of his buddies' houses that he worked with, got in the field, picked up the tree, and immediately got stuck. So made up his mind that that was the last time that was gonna happen. Drug it home. Got a set of Danas, front and rear. If I remember correctly, the rear I think was a 60 and the front was a 44. Got those put in it. Really nice 4-wheel drive pickup truck. And then he ended up finding himself a matching pair of Dana 60s front and rear. Probably, I don't know, a few years later. And he ended up putting those in the pickup probably maybe 2012 or 2013. So that's what it's got in it now. And it K30 is what I'd call it, but he's definitely got some pretty heavy stacks on there. It's probably heavier than a 1-ton pickup.
How do I find that old familiar feeling? The one that carried me so many years ago. But with Domino's and 7-Up and Seagram's, well, things were simple then, just moving nice and slow. Ain't it strange? Well, ain't it strange? Well, I had no clue I'd be the boy who.
All right, now that it's swept, obviously it's a little easier to see what we're working on. The carpet in this truck, like I said, the seat's getting recovered, carpet's gonna get redone, whole truck's obviously gonna get overhauled. So keep going, get the seat belts out of here, get the fuel tank out of here, and yeah.
Mama warned you. I had no clue I'd be the boy who your mama warned you about.
Fuel tank loose. This truck will mark pretty well, pretty much the first big project I've worked on since I used to work at the hot rod shop in downtown Wichita, Devlin Rod and Customs. Last few months I was there. We didn't work on anything crazy big, but in 2022, I don't know if any of you know, but we completed a 1934 Chevy Roadster. Took it up to Pomona, California, and competed for the Amber Award, America's Most Beautiful Roadster. Some of you may not know what that is, but that's pretty well one of the largest car shows still running, oldest and largest in the U.S. And that award has been around for a very, very long time. If you win it, that's pretty big stuff. But we won it in 2022, and that's by far something I'll never forget throughout my life, was being able to have my hands on that car, help out with it, and take it across the finish line. Not only that, but win the Amber Award with it. After that car, I always kind of wanted to do another one of my own small builds. I say small builds, but own projects that obviously aren't near that large. But this will be one of the first since then. When I started Sacket Solutions, I kind of work on anything and everything. I don't know if any of you know that, but I'll work on modern vehicles. Obviously, those are a need, not a want. So when they break, most people don't have an option but to get them fixed. So that keeps me pretty busy. Work on a lot of that stuff. Work on ATVs, UTVs, all kinds of things.